Today we're talking about sufficiency, being and having enough, and focusing on our connections to one another rather than focusing on things and stuff. We thought it would be a really great idea to have a sleepover to connect all in friendship. But in order to keep us safe during this coronavirus pandemic, we actually have guidelines that say that right now we just can't gather at the fellowship. These are guidelines for people. However, careful scrutiny of our safety policy reveals that there are no such restrictions for stuffed animals. Well, this is all we needed to plan our own Stuffie sleepover. This is a phenomenon that is sweeping the UU world right now. Our source horses hosted the big event on Friday, November 20th, and it was just a really wonderful evening of fun and fellowship. I'd like to guide you through our time together. So while waiting for everyone to arrive, we played the name game as an icebreaker and in order to be sure that we knew everybody's name and everybody's pronouns. Well, of course, the game got more and more difficult as we added to the circle. The real evening's kickoff began when everybody gathered together for our chalice lighting and to share joys and concerns. It really just set the tone of caring community. Some shared joys that were about being happy to be together and opportunities to make new friends. And there were several mentioned concerns that they hoped that their humans at home were not missing them too much. I just thought that was so sweet. After the chalice lighting, it was on to free choice activities. The source horses led the horseback riding workshop, and they were really excited to give rides for everyone who was interested. So you can see here, Simba is just unnatural. First time rider Elmo did really very well. He really caught on quickly. And here, skillful at no hands riding, baby Leo really showed off his technique. Another popular choice was the train table. All aboard! The Play-Doh table was a lot of fun. We see here Howler and Rabbit collaborated on a Play-Doh, I want to say, is that a snowman? Well, anyway, great cooperation, you two. These three new friends had a lot of fun in the puzzle area. Mr. Llama's bird's eye view was a real asset in finding just the right pieces. It was just so much fun watching them work together. Simba was so excited to help Reverend Christina light the chalice. It was his first time. We did have a moment where we needed to review proper sanctuary behavior. Elmo needed a reminder to make good choices, but he did redeem himself by doing an excellent job ringing the singing bowl. There were so many great guesses about what was in the Wonder Box, but nobody guessed it. It's a marshmallow. Well, marshmallows are soft and delicious, and they're really great for sharing with friends. This is Reverend Christina showing all that we have our hand chalices with us wherever we go. We're UUs no matter where we are. Her message about how we are a community no matter if we can be together or not really hit home. From the chapel, we moved on to snack time. Aha! The marshmallow in the Wonder Box makes so much more sense now. What if we try to roast them by the fire in the legacy room? Turns out it was a good idea, but it didn't really work. But there was some time for some really great conversation and bonding while sitting in front of the fire. Not to worry though, we've got a new idea. On to the kitchen. Of course, we tried to be safe, so everybody lined up for hand sanitizer before hot cocoa. Chuwali loved that Swiss Miss. Barry was in charge of passing out marshmallows, which was probably a really good job for him since he could sneak in a few for himself. We saw that, Barry. Reverend Christina goes for the marshmallow first. Wait, there's popcorn too? Time to pig out. Miss Eve and I enjoyed the popcorn and our time with our friends. With tummies full and silliness about to set in, it's time to settle down for bed. Miss Eve read a bedtime story. And most of our stuffy friends were pretty tired, but Barry and baby Leo had a hard time settling down. So time for rest now, you two. Good night, friends. It was a wonderful evening together, and we look forward to the time when we can gather in person. But we hope that you enjoyed seeing those connections formed by our stuffy friends in our beautiful building. Being UUs, connections with each other is what it's all about.